The following is a paid presentation for The Studio with Damon Davis, brought to you by Davis Media.
I have more energy. Now I get out of bed and I look forward to the day and I look myself in the mirror and I actually am excited to take on the day, and now I can truly do my job.
If you're serious about losing that weight and regaining your health and vitality, call the number on the screen right now.
Hi, Damon Davis here. I want to welcome you to an exciting edition of The Studio. Today is a very special topic that I know many people watching need to hear about. My guest today she's a health coach, Cassandra Hill. She's on a mission through her business that is designed to help people understand how to move from disease, dis-ease, a place in their life where they're not living at their fullest potential. And her organization, her company, her mission is helping people move from that place to the place that they're living the kind of life where they're doing what they were called to do. So whether you are in a place of being sick, diseased, or you feel like you are dying, any area of your life, if you are at a place of dis-ease, you do not want to miss a minute of this show. It's time to be more than just survivors. It's time to be more than just surviving. It's time to be thriving in this thing called life. Don't go away. You don't want to miss a minute of The Studio. We'll be right back. Hey, I want to welcome you back into The Studio. I'm Damon Davis, your host. Today we have a very special guest, Cassandra Hill. She is a survivor of a disease that some of you know by name, lupus. She learned how to walk out the steps to live a vibrant, fulfilling life, how to take control, it's a good word for us today, of her well-being, and how to implement healthy practices, steps, protocols that improved her physical, mental health. So now Cassandra Hill is helping those not just here in Atlanta, but across the globe do the very same thing. And I'm proud to have her on the show. Cassandra, welcome.
Thanks for having me, Damon.
It's an awesome pleasure to have you. You got this accent, by the way.
Yes.
Where are you from?
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
Born and raised.
Born and raised.
Yes.
Would you do me a favor, and I know you, our viewers do not, would you do me a favor and just kind of run through your qualifications, if you would? You have spent a lot of time studying about how the body works, what we can do to get well, and I celebrate that. I want to make sure they hear that.
I have a master's degree in gerontology. I'm also a credentialed professional gerontologist. That means I have my certification on a national level with that. I am also a certified wellness coach, and that is through the Spencer Institute, and they actually are accredited. I have continuing education hours, so I'm always learning. I have to stay current. Well, not have to, I want to stay current.
You want to. So what do? You because I want people to be able to get in touch with you, call you, connect with you, because admittedly, it's a scary place to be when you feel alone and you don't know what to do. I'm ringing a bell, aren't I?
Yes.
You were there.
I was there. That was me.
Yeah.
Actually, it started in college. I would have periods where I didn't feel good, and the doctors would blame it on, stress. I'm up half the night studying, writing papers, and after I finished college, it got worse. But looking at me, you would have no idea. One day, I just felt so sick, and I'm like, this isn't normal. Something has. And so I cut the day early, went to sleep. I woke up and couldn't move, and I thought, okay, I got to get to a hospital. I told the people at the hospital what was going on, and I asked them, I already been to the doctor, and I'm just waiting on this test result, and the doctor, there's a long process. I know here I could get it same day. They ran that test and it came back positive
For
systemic lupus.
God.
I started traditional treatment, steroids, chemo, and I wasn't happy with that. That's what started the search. And God let me know that your body is attacking itself.
Attacking itself. I want to put a pin there for a moment. There are many forms of autoimmune disease which simply is described as the body goes haywire and perceives itself as the foreign invader.
Yeah.
The body's immune system is designed to work right. You scratch your leg, it gets inflamed, the immune system kicks in, does what it's designed to do. But sometimes the immune system can get confused and it can become autoimmune. It doesn't shut off, or it recognizes the synovial fluid in your joints, your organs, your sinews, your tendons as the invaders. Can you imagine your immune system attacking you? That's what you were suffering through.
Yes.
You got a diagnosis. You decided to do something, which is very unique. Beyond just getting yourself treated, you did something more. Let's start there.
I had some time to think and contemplate why. Because for me, I was only in my early 30s, so fairly young. And I'm like, there has to be a bigger reason. It has to be more than me. And so a good friend of mine that happens to be a nutritionist was like, go back, take some classes, health wellness. And the more I learned, I felt I was obligated. It was my duty. It was my privilege to share with others. I was in so many support groups with people who felt like this was their end all be all. And I'm like, well, no, actually it's not.
Yeah.
Now I have an opportunity to show life after chapter, because for many people,
Say that again?
A life after chapter.
Explain.
Life after the diagnosis, quality of life. I'm not just surviving it. I'm living a normal, healthy life. I'm doing the things I want to do. And for many people, they feel like this is it. And I'm here to show them that no, it doesn't have to be.
Many people ask the question, why me? Diagnosis comes, tragedy comes, and we can fall into this place to believe that we deserve it. Certainly our lifestyles and the things we just don't know.
Yeah,
we just don't know.
No.
Can trigger something called gene expression, you know? But sometimes you have no control over that. Stress, raised in a home with divorce or tragedy or circumstances, stress, not understanding diet, all these kinds of things. We just don't know. We weren't taught right. But you come to a crossroads, which you did, where you said, okay, not why me, but why this? And what can I do about it? And help me out. And what can I now do to impart to everyone else what they need to know so they don't have to suffer through what I'm suffering through? Did I get it right?
Yes, you hit the nail on the head.
Okay.
And so basically, that's why I started my business. I realized this is way bigger than me.
Yeah.
This is about me educating the world that healthy living will change your life.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah. Your organization is called Holistic Living Consulting?
Yes.
Did I get that right?
Yes.
Explain to me what your business does.
I specialize in working with people who want to live a healthy lifestyle and unsure as how to do that. I also work with people who struggle with weight, whether they're looking to lose weight or just maintain a healthy weight. And I also work with the mature adult population, people over 50. I specialize in aging. That's my expertise. As we age, if you're not moving your body, guess what? The function will go away, and you don't have to be 70 or 80 for that to happen. And now I go into facilities, and guess what? There's people, they're my age. I'm in my late 30s. They're poor lifestyle choices.
Well, anti-aging, by the way, is obviously working.
Yeah.
Late 30s, wow. I thought you were in your 20s. I actually was over here thinking, how can you know all of this stuff being your age? Okay, so it works.
Yes, I'm proof. Yeah, you know, so use it or lose it. Right now, our country, we're at a point where lots of inactivity, and we want what's convenient.
Yeah, so true.
With food, because you can drive on a major road, guess what? You'll find fast food.
Fast food.
Yeah.
It's true.
Yeah.
We live in a microwave generation. We want everything now. It's so easy to just drive through versus to plan. But here's what we have discovered. You can have 500 calories of a bag of pretzels and 500 calories of some fruits and vegetables, right? They're the same caloric intake.
Yeah.
But it's in two entirely different forms of food. And in fact, this ain't food at all.
No.
Pretzels. Full of stuff that's processed, and that term GMO, some of you have heard, genetically modified, right?
Yeah.
Versus eating real food, eating stuff that's alive, that has the kind of nutrients that you need. But suddenly I'm like, I don't have time for that.
Yeah.
I don't have time to plan for that.
Yeah. Well, I help not only educate people on how to take care of themselves and love themselves, I give them the tools to be successful in taking care of their bodies, to where it's a seamless process, to where loving yourself. Because when it boils down to it, if you really love yourself, you'll take care of yourself.
Wow.
And so I give them the tools in order for them to love themselves. And those tools, you know, it may be food, it may be vitamins, supplements, and coaching, weekly coaching. First, we're gonna rid your, not only physical body, but your emotional body of toxins. We're gonna get rid of all the negative toxins in your life. And once we get rid of that, from there we're gonna build healthy. Because in order for health to exist, it has to have a firm foundation.
Yes, it does.
And we're gonna figure out, guess what, how you can have foods that you enjoy, that's healthy and convenient. It's possible to have both.
Nice.
A lot of people say you are what you eat, yes, but what your body absorbs.
Yes.
Because when your gut isn't healthy, your body doesn't absorb all the nutrients and vitamins that we feed it.
That's right.
So everything begins with
The
a
gut.
healthy.
Yeah.
If you watch TV for over an hour, you're guaranteed to see commercials for,
Pharmaceutical medication.
yes.
Yeah. To mask the symptoms,
Yes.
but not deal with the problem.
Yes.
You're correct.
And our brains are trained that this is what solves it.
Right.
And so
That's right.
for most people with GERD, reflux disease,
Yep.
you fill in the blank any type of issue with your gut,
Yep.
you think, I'm just gonna
Pop a pill.
it. Yeah.
I'm gonna get some, right?
Yes.
Right, so what they don't do is deal with really what's going on.
Yeah.
I would love that the commercial said, your gut acid is supposed to be there.
Yeah.
It's designed in such a way to protect your body,
Yeah.
to break food down in the proper way,
Yeah.
to get the nutrients in the body that actually does the body good.
Yes.
Not turn it off,
No.
but instead, if you have an overabundance of acid, we should instead be looking at what you're eating.
Yes. Looking,
Maybe eggs are good, but not good for you,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Maybe
Bread.
and
Yeah.
gluten
Yeah.
that is a leading contributor to celiac disease. How do we know this stuff? Because we've suffered
Yeah.
the conditions of disease, and we're like, there's got to be a reason why I'm feeling this way,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But you can't fight that battle, because right after the pharmaceutical commercial, then comes the McDonald's commercial, right?
Yeah.
Right?
So
It's crazy.
It's never ending.
Rye, barley, wheat, by the way. Rye, barley, wheat, rye, barley, wheat, rye. Say it with me. Rye, barley, wheat, rye, barley, wheat. Quit eating it. If you have inflammation going on in your body, inflammation, which is the precursor to all disease, precursor. That means the before disease happens. Inflammation, it's running rampant. It's not in what you can feel in your joints, it's what's happening on the inside. You cannot see rye, barley, wheat. Stop it. We're giving you the information to empower you with the ability to live the most amazing life you could ever live, where you're feeling good. All we've got to do is do some retraining of our thought life. We got to relearn some stuff. Bread's okay for mom, and it ain't okay for you.
Because who wants to be in pain? Who wants their joints just literally popping because you're in pain when there are other options?
Right.
There's so many more options available.
That's right.
To you. And it's a mindset. When we develop the mindset that, yes, I love myself and I want to take care of myself, you will gravitate to healthy, and healthy will gravitate to you.
Oh, that's good.
Like there's a proverb, as a man thinks, so is he. And that's so true, because we can think ourselves literally into almost any situation.
Wow. Cassandra, thank you.
I started out right at about 419. 6 months in, I'm now weighing 294 pounds. I no longer have to buy 2 seats to fly on an airplane. And if anyone is going to, if you're even thinking about, stop thinking and do it.
If you're serious about losing that weight and regaining your health and vitality, call the number on the screen right now.
Hey, how are you?
I'm great. How are you?
Nice to meet you.
Cassandra Hill, nice
Welcome
to meet
to Greek
you.
Island.
Thanks for having me.
Of course.
We're ready to try some of that healthy, delicious new meals you have cooking.
Definitely. We're working on something right now in the back. Why don't I show you? We open in 30 minutes, so perfect timing for you.
Okay.
Let's go. Let me take you on back. All right. So this is actually one of our newest dishes we're working on. This is something new I created. It's a spaghetti and zucchini squash chicken Alfredo pasta.
Oh, wow.
So the name is a little long, but the flavor is amazing. You know, most people in restaurants, they cook to please the mouth, they cook to please taste buds and make things taste good. But what a lot of restaurants sometimes neglect for their patrons is their health. This is zucchini and this is squash, and we use a machine like this. Simple, you just pick these up anywhere, and we place a zucchini or squash, and we make this great substitute for pasta. So there's no starch, and it tastes amazing.
Yes, and the great thing about zucchini is high in water content, so it gives you that very full feeling.
Definitely.
Without the carbs.
Yes, that's very true. So some other ingredients we're going to have is our chicken, which has been prepping here, marinating. Our chicken has red pepper paste, Turkish red pepper paste, olive oil, touch of salt, pepper, and garlic powder. So super simple, and we're going to bake this in the oven for about 15-20 minutes, and then chop it up onto our pasta at the end.
And I appreciate that olive oil.
Yes, definitely.
Antioxidant. It's really great for our heart. Gives us that natural
that glow
shine to our skin. So,
I think all around the Mediterranean, that olive oil in most dishes is very common. So this was one of the hardest parts of this dish, was the Alfredo sauce, because Alfredo is known to be unhealthy and a lot of butter and salt and dairy. So what I did was I created it with a very low-fat heavy cream, and then there's some seasonings and herbs, but that's proprietary, we don't mention those. And we use a Can't Believe It's Not butter and non-fat milk and some almond milk. We have our bell peppers. We have our display of different herbs and seasonings we're going to use. Start with salt and pepper, crushed red peppers, garlic powder, We have yellow cherry tomatoes, red cherry tomatoes, dried oregano, and of course, extra virgin olive oil.
Yeah.
Now, this is super simple. We use a cast iron oven plate, and we kind of just place the chicken inside, and it's already pre-seasoned, pre-marinated. We have our chicken placed, and we're gonna bake this in the oven at 350 degrees. Place it in here. I like to do about 15 minutes because I like it still juicy and watery inside, and really brings out the pasta taste with that. All right, so now we're gonna do some light produce prep real quick to get this dish ready to get over to the saute. Yellow, orange, and red bell peppers. I like to use all the different colors because each of them has their little bit distinct flavors. And when you pair it with cherry tomato, it really goes quite well. And then next, we're gonna cut the zucchini into rectangles. And what I like to do is put a little bit of salt, pepper, olive oil, and grill them. And that'll make for a nice garnish, just like that. Let me show you guys how that zucchini is gonna turn out. All right, so now let me take you over to the saute and show you guys how we actually cook this meal. There we go. Follow me. This part takes a little bit longer, so we start this first. We're gonna start by sauteing our cherry tomatoes in olive oil on a high fire. And in there, crushed red peppers, a little bit of garlic powder, our salt and pepper, and a touch of oregano. Now those are gonna start bursting and popping as we get started, as you can already hear. So you just wanna make sure you're always keeping the pan moving. So you really want to play with them so they don't stick to the bottom of the pan. And as that olive oil fries, it does a good job at roasting the tops of these bell peppers and cherry tomatoes. So here with our zucchini that we cut earlier, we're going to do a nice garnish on the plate. And it's actually probably one of the most flavorful parts of the dish. So we're going to drench these zucchinis in olive oil, and then we're going to put a dash of salt and pepper on it, and then we're going to roast it on the grill for a little while, about 2 to 3 minutes each side, and then it goes great all around the plate. Check on our chicken. Chicken's got a little bit longer to go. All right, guys, looks like the bell peppers and cherry tomatoes are ready. We're gonna get this out of this pan so we can use this pan for the rest of the dish. Move it over onto a clean pan. It's time to start roasting our squash and zucchini spaghetti. Put a little bit of hot olive oil in there. Then we put it on a high flame, like so. So here we have our Alfredo sauce we made earlier, and we're gonna wanna start heating it up. We're gonna cook this at a low heat. We're gonna leave that there for a few minutes and come back and check on it. And it should have this nice crispy glaze to the bottom of it, little pan roast. And by then our Alfredo should be ready, and so should our chicken, and I'm gonna show you how to piece it all together. All right, look at that. So you see it's perfectly charred outside with the sauces. The inside is still nice and juicy. Just gonna chop this up real quick. And we got that ready to be topped on top of our pasta. Time to add the Alfredo, just like that. All right, time to get this over to our plate. So just like this. You wanna really carry it without getting the olive oil in there. Kind of scoop out the spaghetti. Next, we're gonna do these bell peppers, and then place cherry tomatoes, just like that. Chicken, just gonna place pieces around. Now we're gonna move this over for these zucchinis that we had grilling over here. And we're gonna place them around the plate, like so. All right. And now we're gonna wanna garnish it with a little bit of fresh Parmesan cheese, and a little bit of fresh cut parsley, a little bit of salt and pepper on top, a little bit of fresh oregano. And let me show you the last garnish we have over here. It's made out of fresh zucchini, rotary style. And we try to make it pretty in the center, like so. And there you go. There is your chicken Alfredo pasta, healthy style, how we do it here at Greek Island. All right, let's see how she likes it. One beautiful zucchini spaghetti chicken Alfredo.
Oh my goodness, it looks so delicious.
Yes.
All right.
So why don't you dig in and try it out?
Oh my goodness. Just an explosion inside my mouth.
Yes, definitely. That's why we prefer to bake it instead of grilling it. So baking it with olive oil is really a safer bet. Oh my God. It gets the back of my taste buds in my tongue.
Oh my goodness.
Healthy, delicious, nutritious, everything you can want. Your eyes eat good, so does your mouth.
This is my first time actually trying Greek food.
Wow. So what do you think so far?
I think it's delicious.
Yeah.
I should have tried it a long time ago.
Yes, definitely. I think what a lot of people don't realize is how beneficial Mediterranean food is for you.
I'll be back. And I'll bring my friends
Thank you.
and family and
Awesome. We'd love to have
whole
everybody
team.
here. In fact, today is actually our 5-year anniversary. So today marks the 5 years that we've been open here, Greek Island Bar and Grill in Swanee. And we couldn't be more blessed, more thankful to our patrons who keep supporting us.
Oh my goodness.
There is more than you can do, than you know you can do, more than they've told you you can do. You don't have to do it alone. So I invite you to connect with our guest today. Go to her website, connect with her. I want to see you live the best version of you. I'll see you next time. I'm Damon Davis. This has been The Studio.
You know what kind of foods are good for you specifically. They do scans and they find that out for you. It made it very easy.
If you're serious about losing that weight and regaining your health and vitality, call the number on the screen right now.
The proceeding was a paid presentation for The Studio with Damon Davis, brought to you by Davis Media.